Hello. That was weird. Yeah, I'm getting a warning that I have very bad internet, which I shouldn't, but I can't tell why that would be. StreamYard over here in the corner, you guys can't see it, tells me that I've got like one bar, but I look at my actual connection and it says it's flippin' awesome. So maybe if anyone out there can tell me whether this is just being a complete pig, that would be very cool. Otherwise, hi there. My name's Steve Jacquer. This is a BeerNative beer review. Let's do our best to kick into it. All right. I'm just going to double check my speed on my internet is a complete load of hooey. And this isn't wasting everybody's time. Fast says I'm doing an awesome job. You can actually see. Why don't I just share this wonderful experience that has nothing to do with beer with you? My upload speed, actually, you could probably see my internet speed if you care about those sorts of things. Check it out. Not great, eh? I live on a farm. But I still have 15 up and 36 down. So I think we're solid. And then we're going to learn a little bit more about Mountain IPAs in 2 seconds. Hey, all right. Let's just hope this is going to work. I turned off any sort of other nonsense that might be screwing me over, but let's hope for the best, right? I'll have to redo it if it just all goes to complete garbage. Today, I'm doing a beer. It's a unique style. I'm pretty sure I haven't done one, but I'm not certain. It was given to me by Jacob just this morning. It's called We Challenge You to a Hop Off. It's salt versus or in combination with wild beer. Wild beer uses a lot of crazy natural yeasts and things. They always make very interesting beers. I somehow associate them a little bit with the kernel and some of the strange concoctions they come up with. I probably don't give them enough attention on the channel, honestly, because they are certainly unique. So let's boost this information up. Yes, I am doing a Mountain IPA. That's what they're claiming it is. It's 7.2%. They've said right on the can that it's got Strata and Idaho 7 hops. So the attempt of without getting into it, actually I will get into it. I normally don't want to jump to the screen right away. But there's a great article by Laughing Bones Brewing. I think they're in New Zealand. I don't know, something like that. But skip all this stuff here. There's a great description here of what a Mountain IPA, where West Coast brings the big resinous, and they describe it here, the palate-wrecking bitterness of West Coast styles, and not the eat it with a spoon juiciness of the East Coast, but somewhere pleasantly in between, making it very drinkable. I agree. I think, well, there was one I did recently. I think it was the last one I did, which was, it was the 3 words one. What 3 words? I'll have to remember it, or I'll stick it up here as a link. You can go jump right to it if you want to check it out afterwards. Actually, that was the exchange. I gave Jacob one of those for one of these. And that was claiming to walk the line between West and East. I don't think it did. It was very West. So this is kind of another gauntlet thrown down to see if they can combine those 2 styles. Idaho 7 is going to bring the juice. Strata is going to bring some dankness if it's still doing that thing. And that's where I think we're gonna see our beautiful alchemist blend between the two. So without any further chit chat, let's pop this open. Smelling the air. Yeah, good. I got a little bit of a nasal burn there from it, but I expect that if you're gonna say you're gonna be even slightly East Coast and eat it with a spoon juice, that I'm gonna get it immediately when I open the can. And I didn't, not immediately, but all I had to do was kind of waft the can near my giant schnoz, and it all kind of kicked off there. All right. I'm wasting valuable time here. Check this out. That is thick. Now the head's gone right away, so maybe it's not too thick, but it's certainly opaque. All right, let's give it that. It's got a real juicy look to it. I didn't pour it too fast. It is maybe a little cold. I defrosted my little fridge, and I always forget that I need to turn that down, because the longer it's on, the more icy it gets, the less it cools anything. But when it's totally defrosted and kicks back in, holy moly, it's cold. That smells really good. Like, I want to dive on into that. And it tastes a little, it's got that, sometimes I call that the rubbery tennis ball acrylic sort of thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just an indicator of pininess, really, and the type of oils that are in there. And it's got a bit of dankness, not heavy, but it's there. So let's try it out. All right. Okay, palate wrecking bitterness, no. First impressions, the initial handshake is West Coast bitter. So I think maybe this is the deal here, right? So Strata, I think, is the heavy hitter. If you take a bigger mouthful, you get a little bit more East Coast. Like, it glides nice. The mouth feels pretty awesome. Mouth feel is always a word I don't feel comfortable saying. I don't know what my problem is there. It's more me than you. It's okay. Well, if the definition at these guys Laughing Bones said a very drinkable beer, they mission accomplished. It doesn't last long. Like, you get that initial bitter. I haven't even tried to identify any fruitiness to it. So let's start with the bitterness. It's not super piney. It's got a black tea. Is that one? There's a tasting note on one of the hops. I don't remember which one it is. That was black tea. I would say that's what you're getting. That's a black tea bitterness, which is pretty cool. And then afterwards, a lot of the fruitiness is in your head. I mean, it's in the nose, right? It's not really in your mouth, which I don't mind that. I'm wishing I had more than one of these now. I'm getting used to it, and so it is a little bit more dank, and it is a little bit more like that. I'd love to dive in and find out what they think of it, but something I don't have up on here. Normally I do. Normally I like to say, this is who they are. These are who these people are. This is the beer. This is what they say about it. I really have no idea what they say about it. Oh, unless I read the can, of course. I could just continue doing that. I stopped at the hop varieties. What do they say it is? Hybrid, the juicy stone fruit and pine, classic bitter finish. Yeah, it's got kind of a, not mango, but more like a papaya, a drier stone fruit than a less juice-inducing stone fruit. What would that be? An unripe peach, maybe? Something like that. I'm getting that. It's subtle. So maybe that's the West plus East. Okay, so in terms of a Mountain IPA, if that's what this really is, this is probably the best version of a Mountain IPA I've had. It is got its legs on both sides of America, with its nuts scraping the flyover states. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I'm probably going to give it a pretty good score. I'm curious, actually, to look at it on Untappd as well. I don't normally pre-do that. But given I can't find it, it was bought at Sainsbury's, not Sainsbury's in Grantham. Sainsbury's in Grantham has nothing. They do not stock beer anywhere near the way they should. So I'm doing this kind of live, but I wish I could share my phone screen. That would be actually pretty handy. Okay, there we go. Goodness me. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So there it is. Try and see. You can see yourself in it. Let's do that. We challenged into Hop Off, right? There it is, by Salt, with collaborations. No, none of my friends have had it, and only 54 check-ins ever. 54. That's it. This is new. It's not. It's not on the Salt website. It's not on the Wild Beer website. It's you search for the name, and nothing comes up. Well, actually, it was weird. I searched on the name after I created the placeholder for the show, and the thing that came up was the placeholder for this show. That's pretty strange, right? All right, I'm gonna sign off. It's been 11 minutes. Thank you for watching me rant about this beer. It's good. If you know somebody who lives near a civilized Sainsbury's and you can get some of these, I think grab like 3 of them, because I always find 3 is like the magic number for beers. Or if there's like a get one free kind of deal, like some some supermarkets do, it is pretty good. If actually, like he said he might, Jacob is actually somewhere watching. If you can check into the comments how much it cost, because I like to say that and I don't know. Typical Sainsbury's beers are around £3, £3.50, right? If it's £3.50, it's 7.2. It's a pretty darn good hybrid between West and East Coast. This is gonna almost tie with a beer I've never reviewed and really should, just to give it credit, is the Transient by Northern Monk. I don't know if that's intending to be a Mountain IPA. I don't think it says it is, but I feel like it is. And this is a lot like that. So if that's what you're into, go out and get a whole bunch of them. I'm going to throw it online. It's going to be over 4. It's just good. So, and I think I'm going to become a Mountain IPA fan. I might just like search around and see how many of them I can find that are claiming that style, and just do a little series maybe in the next month of just what I was claiming to be Mountain IPA. Just get a real feel for it. All right. I'm going to sign off. Go check it out on my Befriend Me. That's what I meant to say. Befriend me on other modes of communication. I'm Steve Giguere on Untappd. I am also available at other sources if you want to do these sorts of things. But that's it. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching once again, now and in the future. If you like beer and you like what I do and you like some of the information I tell you about hops and stuff and styles, tell your friends, stick it on Reddit, share it. I don't know. Be bold. Be bold. And tell people what you like, not what you don't like. All right. Steve out.